My child, stop for a moment. Stop whatever you were doing, wherever you were going, whatever thought was pulling at the edge of your mind. I need you to stop, because what I have placed before you right now is not accidental. This is not something you stumbled into by chance, not something the restless scrolling of an ordinary afternoon brought you to by coincidence. I directed your eyes here. I held this moment in my hands before the day began, and I set it in your path because there is something close to your heart that has been moving quietly for weeks now. And today, I am ready to speak about it, my beloved. What I have brought you here to hear concerns your son. Do not scroll past what heaven placed in your path today. This was not random. I know the question that has been living behind your eyes, my child. I know the thing you have been watching carefully but could not bring yourself to name. I know the way you have studied him across dinner tables and through hallway conversations, searching for confirmation of something your spirit already sensed. But your mind kept pushing back. I know the way a mother's love translates into a kind of quiet vigilance, a tuning of the soul to the frequency of the child she carried, the child she knows in ways that cannot be explained or taught. That sensing you have been carrying, beloved, that low, persistent hum of knowing that something is not right with your son, that was not anxiety. That was not you being overly worried. That was me, giving you information through the deepest part of who you are as his mother. I am here today to tell you that what you sensed was real, and I am here, my beloved, to tell you what comes next. My child, if your chest tightened when you found this message, if something in you went very still the moment this began, that is not coincidence. That is your spirit recognizing what your mind has not yet named. You have felt for weeks that something was not right with your son. That sensing was not anxiety. That sensing was not you being overly worried. That was me giving you information through the deepest part of who you are as his mother. The part of you that listened before words existed. The part of you that knew him before the world had shaped him. That part has been telling you the truth. And today, my beloved, I am confirming it. Your son has been carrying something in silence. My child, something heavy. Something he has been trying, with every breath and every carefully composed expression, to keep from you. He has been carrying it alone for longer than you know, longer than even he fully realizes, because he did not decide one day to hide himself from you. It happened gradually, quietly, the way a door drifts shut in a breeze, and no one notices until the room is cold. He woke up one morning inside his own silence, and by then it had walls. My beloved, I want you to understand what he has been carrying, and I want you to understand why, because the why will undo the fear that may try to rise in you when I tell you this. He has been carrying emotional weight, not the kind that comes from sin or from wandering away from what is right, but the kind that comes from loving someone deeply and choosing to absorb pain rather than transfer it. He has been carrying disappointment he told himself was not worth mentioning. He has been carrying a grief about something in his life that did not go the way he had hoped. Something he buried quickly because he did not want to seem weak, did not want to seem ungrateful, did not want to be a burden. He has been carrying a loneliness, my child, that is not about being surrounded by the wrong people, but about being unable to show the people who love him the parts of himself that are tired and afraid. He has been putting on a brave face, my beloved. He has been answering fine when the truth was anything but fine. He has been walking through rooms and responding to questions and performing the ordinary functions of daily life, and the whole time underneath the surface that everyone else could see, there was a boy who was exhausted, a boy who was hurting, a boy who at night, when the performance was done and there was no one left to reassure, sat with himself and felt the full weight of what he had been carrying alone. Type, Amen, my daughter. I was with him in those nights. I need you to know that I was with him every single time he sat alone with his pain and tried to hold it together. I was there when he stood outside your door, wanting to knock, wanting to let the words come out, wanting to say, I am not okay and I need you to know. I was there when he pressed his hand flat against that door, not quite touching the wood, and then turned around and went back to his room because he had talked himself out of it. I was there when he lay in the dark and whispered prayers, so quiet he could barely hear them himself, asking me to help him carry what he could not seem to put down. I was there for every single one of those moments, and I kept a perfect record. He did not stop at your door because he didn't trust you. He did not stay silent because he didn't want your help. He stayed silent because he loves you, because the spirit of a child is knit to the spirit of its mother in ways that are not dissolved by time or distance or disagreement. And he could feel your own weight, my child. He could sense the things you carry, his heart, which is tuned to you in the way only a child's heart can be tuned to the woman who brought him into the world, felt the pressure you were under, felt the tiredness you try not to show, felt the things you carry with a quiet dignity you do not even give yourself credit for. And so he made a decision, not with logic, not with a plan, but with his love. She already carries enough. He made himself smaller so that you wouldn't worry. He folded his own need inward so that your load would not increase. He protected you, my beloved, at the cost of his own peace. I want you to sit with that for a moment, my daughter, because I need you to understand the quality of his heart through what he has been doing. The world would not see it this way. The world would call it avoidance. The world would call it emotional unavailability or communication failure, or any number of clinical terms that reduce what is actually happening to a problem to be solved. But I see what is actually happening, what your son has been doing, even as it has cost him, even as it has worn him down, even as the weight of it has bent him in ways you can feel but cannot see, is an act of love, an imperfect act, a costly one that I am now intervening to undo, but love nonetheless. He chose his suffering over yours. He chose his silence over your worry, and my beloved, that is not a boy who does not care. That is a boy whose love is so large that he would rather carry pain alone than see you carry it with him. He thought he was protecting you. He thought the armor was for your benefit as much as his. He did not know that every day you spent sensing something was wrong without being able to name it was its own kind of pain. He did not know that the silence itself was becoming a weight for you, that the distance between you was costing you something too. He saw only that if he spoke, if he broke, your worry would increase. He did not see that your worry was already there, that the not knowing was harder than the knowing would be, that what you needed was not to be shielded from his truth, but to be given access to it so that you could do the one thing you have always been made to do: love him through it. He did not know, and I do not hold it against him. He was doing what love looked like to him in the only language he knew to speak at the time. That language is about to expand, and I am here today because that cost is too high, and I am ending what the silence has cost him. Type God sees my son, my child. I want you to hear what I am about to say clearly, because the enemy has told your son a very specific lie, and that lie needs to be named before it can be dismantled. The lie the enemy told your son is this: if you tell the truth, if you stop being strong, if you let the people who love you see what is really happening inside you, you will hurt them. You will be a burden. You will prove that you cannot handle things. You will cause the very worry you are trying to prevent. That lie is ancient. It is one of the enemy's most effective tools, because it takes love, genuine love, the kind your son has for you, and turns it into a trap. It takes the most beautiful thing about him, his desire to protect you, and weaponizes it against his own healing. I am here to declare over your son today that that lie has no more authority, my beloved. I am breaking it in the spirit right now over his life, over his heart, over the story the enemy has been telling him in the quiet hours about what it means to need people and to show that need. The silence that the enemy has used as a fortress around your son's pain is being brought down today, not violently, not traumatically, but the way dawn comes, gently and completely, until there is no corner of darkness left. The enemy loves quiet suffering, my child. Let me tell you what I know about the one who has been speaking to your son in the language of silence and pretense. He loves the lie that says strength means absence of need. He loves the version of your son that performs wholeness because he is afraid to be seen in pieces. He loves every moment your son sat alone with his pain rather than bringing it into the light where it could be healed, because the enemy knows that suffering held in private grows, and suffering brought into love shrinks. He knew that if your son spoke, if he let himself be held, if he allowed his mother's love to reach the places where he had built walls, the enemy's access would be cut off. So he built the walls for him. He handed your son the bricks and called them protection, called them maturity, called them love. And your son, whose heart was good, built what he thought was a shield, and built instead a prison. My beloved, heaven kept a record of every night your son fought alone, every tear he held back in a public place, every time he swallowed the words that wanted to come, every prayer he whispered, hoping I was listening, every moment he lay awake at 3 a.m. carrying something no one knew he was carrying. I kept every single one, and today that record becomes a decree. Type justice is coming for my child, the mourning that has been stored in your son's silence, the grief that never had a moment to breathe, the exhaustion that has been accumulating under layers of performance. I am turning it, my beloved. Jeremiah 31:13 stands over your son today. I will turn their mourning into gladness. I will give them comfort and joy instead of sorrow. That is not a possibility. That is a declaration from the throne. What the enemy used to imprison your son, I am using to release him. What was meant to keep him isolated, heaven is using as the very ground from which his freedom will grow. The enemy who planted silence in the place of truth will not be permitted the last word over your son's life. The record heaven kept is being read aloud today, my child. Every hidden thing is coming into the light, and the light heals. Psalm 34:18 says this, and I want you to hold it, my beloved. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Your son has had a crushed spirit, my child. Not broken beyond repair, not abandoned, crushed. The way a seed is crushed before it becomes something that nothing in the world can stop. I have been close to him in his crushing. I have been in the room with him every single time the weight threatened to become too much. He has not been alone for a single moment of his silence. Not because he knew it, not because he felt it the way I am describing it to you now, but because I was there whether he sensed me or not. And what I have been near, my daughter, what I have been close to, what I have been beside in the dark, I will not leave without doing what I promised to do. I will save what is crushed in spirit. I promise that, and I keep every promise I make. My daughter, let me tell you now what is coming. Let me tell you what is moving toward your son in the spirit, even as you receive these words, because I am not only speaking about what has been, I am speaking about what is about to happen. I am speaking about what I have already prepared. I want you to understand that this is not a hope I am offering you. It is not a possibility I am presenting. It is a report from the throne about what has already been decreed. The movement that is toward your son right now is not one he can outrun or delay by building his walls higher. It is one I am carrying to him through you. A goodbye is coming. Type, my son is not alone. Not a goodbye to you, my beloved. Not a goodbye to life. I need you to receive that clearly, so that when I describe this to you, your heart is not seized by fear. The goodbye that is coming is not the one the enemy would want you to be afraid of. It is the most beautiful kind of goodbye, my child, the kind that makes way for everything new. Your son is about to say goodbye to the armor he has been wearing for years. He is about to say goodbye to the emotional weight he has been carrying alone. He is about to say goodbye to the lie that he has to be strong for everyone around him, including you. He is about to say goodbye to the belief that he was alone in his pain, that no one could understand what he had been through, that speaking it aloud would change how you saw him in ways he could not bear. When that goodbye comes, it will come with tears, and I need you to be ready for those tears, my beloved, because the enemy will try to use them to frighten you. He will try to take the image of your son crying and make it into evidence of collapse, evidence of crisis, evidence that something has gone irreparably wrong. Do not let him. What you will see when your son's walls come down will not be collapse. It will be deliverance. Every tear that falls from your son's eyes in that moment is a drop of what has been held too long, what has been compressed and stored and managed in the dark for longer than any person should carry what he has carried alone. Those tears are not weakness, my child. They are not evidence of damage. They are the sound of a cage opening. They are the sound of a lie breaking. They are the sound of Matthew 11:28 being fulfilled in your son's life. Come to me all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. He has been weary, my beloved. He has been carrying a burden, and the rest is coming. It is coming in the form of one honest conversation held in love. It is coming in the form of his truth, meeting your arms. It is coming in the form of his tears, meeting your understanding, my daughter. The rest he has been unable to find alone is coming through you. Stay with me. What comes next is the part that changes how you will show up for him. Type, I will be ready for him, my child. I chose you for this son. I want you to understand that I did not assign him to you because of logistics or circumstance or the random turn of events. I chose you specifically to be this son's mother, chosen before either of you existed in the form you now inhabit, chosen in the council of eternity, chosen because what he would need in his hardest moment was precisely what you carry. Not perfection, not a mother who has never struggled or never doubted or never been afraid. What he needs in his hardest moment is you, your specific voice, your specific presence, your specific love, which carries frequencies that no one else in the world can replicate because it was made for him. Proverbs 17:6 says that children are a crown to their parents. Your son is your crown, my beloved, not despite his silence, not despite the weight he has been carrying, but in the fullness of who he is, the parts that shine and the parts that have been hiding, all of it together. And what a mother does with her crown. What you are being called to do right now is not to fix it when it bends or polish it before it is seen. It is to receive it, all of it, the sharp edges and the dull places and the parts that are not yet what they were made to be, to receive him fully, my child, without the fear that the truth of his struggle will be more than your love can hold. Your love is not that fragile, my beloved. I built it stronger than that. 1 John 4:18 says perfect love drives out fear. The love I placed in you for your son, the love that made you stay up watching when he was sick, the love that made you carry his name in every prayer, the love that made you notice the shift in his eyes before he even knew what words to put to it. That love does not run out of room, my daughter. It does not flinch at the truth. It does not retreat when the wall finally comes down. It is the very thing that brings the wall down. Your love, my child, is the medicine your son has needed for a long time. And I am the one who made it, so I know what it can do. Type, I am his safe place. I want to walk you through what I am preparing you for. My beloved, I want you to understand the moment before it comes, because part of what I am doing by bringing you to this message today is giving you time. I am not going to catch you off guard, my beloved daughter. I am not going to let this moment arrive in your home without first passing through your heart, so that when it comes, you are ready. When your son finally speaks, when he finally lets the truth out in whatever form it comes, whether it is a late evening conversation, or a moment in the car, or 3 words into an ordinary afternoon that break everything open, I need you to know what to do, my child. You do not need to have the perfect words. I need you to hear that, my beloved, because the enemy will tell you that your response in that moment must be exactly right or something will fracture, must be measured and wise and complete, or you will fail him. That is not true. The pressure to respond perfectly is not from me. I am not asking you to be his therapist. I am not asking you to have the answers. I am asking you to be present, to be the kind of still that he can read as safety, to resist the instinct to rush to the solution, to skip past the pain to the fix, because the fix comes later, and what he needs first is simply for the truth to be allowed to exist in the room without anyone trying to make it smaller. My beloved, when he cries, let him cry. When the words come out jagged and incomplete, and not in the order he intended, let them come. When he says something that surprises you, something you did not know, something that makes your own heart clench with the weight of what he carried that you did not see, do not let your reaction become the thing he has to manage. He has spent years managing your worry, my child. In that moment, he needs to be held, not to hold. He needs to feel the ground beneath him be solid instead of shifting. That ground is you, and you are strong enough. You are exactly strong enough for this. I am preparing your heart right now, my daughter. Right now, as you receive this, I am doing something in you that you may not be able to feel, but that is as real as anything I have ever done. I am expanding your capacity, my beloved. I am stretching the part of you that holds hard things, so that when the hard thing comes, there is room for it. I am settling your spirit, so that when the moment arrives and everything in you wants to panic, there is a deep place in you that remembers. I was told this was coming. I was prepared. I can do this. I am ready. Type I release fear right now. Isaiah 41:10 is a word I am speaking directly over you today. My beloved, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You are not walking into that moment alone, my child. You are not walking into the hard conversation, the tears, the revelation of what your son has been carrying without me holding the room. I will be there. I will be in the space between your words. I will be in the pause when you do not know what to say and somehow the right thing comes out anyway. I will be in the steadiness you find when everything in you wants to tremble. That steadiness is not yours to manufacture. My beloved, it is mine to provide and yours to receive, and you are receiving it now, my child. Let me tell you about the bond that is about to be forged between you and your son. What the enemy used the silence to build between you, the quiet distance that neither of you chose. But both of you felt the way conversations have stayed on the surface, because neither of you knew how to break through to the real thing underneath. I am going to dismantle it. Not slowly, not over years of careful work. I am going to dismantle it with one moment of truth held in love. I am telling you this because I want you to understand the magnitude of what is about to happen. This is not just a hard conversation that passes and then life returns to normal. This is a threshold. This is a before and after. There is a version of your relationship with your son that exists before this moment, and a version that exists after it. And the version that comes after is something neither of you has known yet. Deeper, cleaner, more honest, more whole. The bond between a mother and her son is one of the most powerful things I created. It does not break. It bends. It stretches. It sometimes goes so quiet that people mistake the silence for absence, but it does not break. What is about to happen between you is not a repair of something broken. It is an expansion of something that was always there, always strong, always real. But that has been waiting for the moment both of you could meet each other fully, without the weight of what was being hidden between you. My beloved, I want to tell you something about what your son remembers of you. Not the version of you that you critique when you lie awake wondering if you were enough, but the version that lives in the deepest part of him where memory and love are the same thing. He remembers your voice when you called his name. He remembers the specific way you showed up in moments when he was small and afraid. He carries imprints of you that he could not articulate if you asked him, but that live in his body as the definition of safety. That is why it has been so hard for him to speak, my child. Not because you are not safe enough, but because you are the most safe thing he knows. And coming to you with his pain meant allowing the safest place he has ever known to witness him falling apart. And something in him was afraid that the falling apart would change what you were to him. It would not. I want you to know that. It will not change what you are to him. It will only reveal how much more you can be. Type healing is coming to my home, my beloved. I want to speak about what you will witness in your son after the breakthrough. I want you to see it before it arrives so that when it begins to unfold, you receive it with the understanding that it is exactly what I promised. After the wall comes down, after the tears, after the conversation, after the first moment of his truth being held in your love without breaking either of you, there will be a change in him, my child. It will not be instantaneous or dramatic in the way the world imagines transformation. It will be quiet. It will be incremental. It will show itself in small things at first. You will notice that he sits down next to you more easily, my beloved. That the pauses in conversation stop being filled with the weight of what is unsaid. That he makes eye contact differently. Not longer necessarily, but differently, with less of the careful management behind his eyes that you have been reading for months without being able to name. You will notice that his steps in the house are lighter, not because the circumstances of his life have changed overnight, but because he is no longer spending energy on the maintenance of a performance. The energy that went into keeping himself contained is now free, my child, and he will use it differently. He will be more expressive, more present, more recognizably himself. The fog that has been sitting between you, my beloved, that quality of connection that felt like it was happening through glass, will lift. The tension you did not speak, but both of you navigated every day, the slight adjustments you both made to keep a certain distance, to keep from getting close enough that the truth might accidentally surface. That tension will ease. Not all at once, but steadily, the way a room warms when someone opens the window that was sealed shut. The air will change. You will feel it. He will feel it. And neither of you will be able to fully explain it to anyone who did not live through the years before. But both of you will know that something that was wrong is now right. Something that was closed is now open. Something that was lost has been found. My daughter, I am doing this for both of you. Not only for your son, though his healing is what this moment is centered on, but for you, because you have been worried. You have been carrying the weight of not knowing. You have been waking up at night with a low, unnamed dread, lying in the dark, wondering if you missed something, if there was something you should have done or said or noticed sooner. I am releasing you from that weight today. You did not miss it. You felt it exactly as clearly as I intended you to feel it. You came here today because I called you here, because I am the one who sees both of you, and I am the one who is moving toward healing in both directions, in your son and in you. There is a grief I see in you, my beloved. That is its own kind of hidden thing, not unlike what your son has been carrying. The grief of watching your child suffer and not knowing how to reach him. The grief of feeling a distance that neither of you built intentionally. The grief of lying in bed at night, reviewing conversations and moments, asking yourself, was I present enough? Was I open enough? Did I ask the right questions? Did I create enough space for him to come to me? I am answering all of those questions right now, my daughter. The answer is not that you failed. The answer is that you loved him in the only direction you could see. And so did he. And the two of you have been two people loving each other from opposite sides of a wall that neither of you erected, but that the enemy kept you both from noticing until the weight of it became impossible to ignore. That wall is coming down, my child. And when it comes down, the love that has been flowing from both of you, his love for you and your love for him, is going to fill the space where the wall was, and there will be more connection between you in one honest hour than there has been in years of carefully managed distance. That is what I do with what the enemy meant for isolation, my beloved. I make it the very place where the deepest reunion happens. Type, I trust God with my son. You have stayed through everything this message carried. That was not easy, my beloved. There were moments that were heavy enough to make you want to set it down. You stayed because something in you already knew this was for you and for your son. That staying is itself a form of love, and I want to honor it, my child. I want you to know that I saw every moment of this. The moments you almost looked away, and the moments you chose to stay with the weight of what I was placing before you. That is the spirit of a mother who is ready, my beloved. That is the spirit of someone who loves her son more than she loves her own comfort. That is exactly the spirit I need carrying the healing I am sending into your home, my beloved. There is something I need to say about the days ahead, because the enemy does not surrender territory quietly. In the days after you receive this, something may come to test whether you have truly received what was released today. Your son may seem particularly closed off right before he opens. The silence may feel heavier in the days before it breaks, the way the air goes very still right before a storm. He may seem more distant for a brief time, more guarded, more inside himself. Do not interpret that as a sign that this word was wrong. Do not let the enemy use that temporary increase in silence as evidence against what heaven has declared. The darkness always makes one last attempt to seal what heaven has just declared open. It is the nature of the enemy to tighten his grip the moment he realizes what he is losing. When that happens, and I am telling you this in advance so that you are not caught off guard, my beloved, return to what you received today. Anchor yourself in this word. The silence is already broken in the spirit. The natural realm is only catching up to what has already been declared in heaven. The timing is in my hands. The preparation is in yours, my child. You have already done the spiritual work of showing up and receiving this. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that the moment I have set is the right moment. Not the moment you would choose, but the moment that will carry the most healing, the most completeness, the most lasting transformation. Your job between now and that moment is simple. My child, stay soft, stay available, stay present without pressure. Let him feel that you are there, that the door is open, that there is nothing he could tell you that would change what you are to him or what he is to you. You do not need to say those words directly, my beloved. He will feel them if you hold them in your spirit. He will feel the openness you carry. He will feel the safety of you the way he felt your worry before. Because he is tuned to you, my daughter, and you are tuned to him. And that is not something the enemy can sever or the silence can destroy. Type the silence is broken, my beloved child. There is someone I want you to think about for a moment. Somewhere else, right now. Another mother is watching her son move through the world with that same performance of fine, that same careful distance, that same weight behind eyes that say everything is all right when the spirit inside is crying out for permission to be held. She has not yet found this word. She has not yet received what you are receiving right now. She is still in the before, still carrying the unease without a name, still waiting for something she does not know to reach her. I want to ask you to do something in her name. I want to ask you to sow a seed for that mother, not for yourself, not in exchange for a promise of return, but as an act of faith that declares, the silence in that home is also broken. The healing in that family is also coming. The son who is carrying what should never have been carried alone is also being seen and known and moved toward by the God who kept a perfect record of every hidden thing and turns every mourning into gladness. When you sow that seed, you are planting a declaration in the Spirit over every mother who has felt what you have felt and has not yet found words for it. Visit the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen. Sow a seed, not for the algorithm, not for the channel, but for her. My child, there is a restoration coming to your home that goes beyond the conversation I have described. What I am doing in your son is not merely a resolution of what he has been carrying, but a reconstruction of his foundation. I am not patching the wall he built, my beloved. I am going beneath the wall to the place where the original wound is, the place where the lie first took root, the place where he first decided that being strong alone was safer than being real with someone, and I am healing it there, at the root completely. The lie that cost him years of peace is being eradicated, not suppressed, not managed, not covered over with better coping strategies, eradicated. When I heal, my daughter, I heal to the root. What I declare whole does not carry a scar that aches in certain weather, my child. What I declare free does not have to monitor the old cage from the outside. What I declare healed is healed. This is what Jeremiah 31:13 means, when it says, I will turn their mourning into gladness, my beloved. Not that I will teach your son to look on the bright side of his mourning, not that I will give him enough good things to outweigh the bad. I will turn the mourning itself. I will take the raw material of the pain he has carried and transform it into something that produces gladness, something that becomes the very quality in him that makes him capable of holding space for others who carry what he once carried. Something that becomes the story he tells one day that sets someone else free. The enemy meant the silence to be a tomb, my child. I will make it a testimony. My beloved daughter, you are part of that testimony. You are not a bystander to your son's healing. You are woven into it. What I am doing in him requires your yes, my beloved, requires your readiness, requires your willingness to be present in the moment of his breaking, without breaking yourself. And I have already seen you give that yes. I have already seen the moment you will receive his tears with steady love. I have already seen the moment the wall comes down and you are there, simply there. And the fact of your presence is the most powerful thing in the room. I have already seen the beginning of the new chapter between you. I am calling you into what I have already seen. Isaiah 60:22 says, the smallest of you will become 1,000. The least of you will become a mighty nation. I am the Lord, in its time I will do this swiftly. The healing of your son is not a slow negotiation with the damage that has been done. My beloved, it is swift. It is complete. It is happening already in the spirit. What you see in the natural world is the catching up, the unfolding of what has already been decreed in heaven over your son's life and over the bond between the two of you. Time does not control the timing of what I have declared. My child, I do. And I have declared this done. My child, you are being sent forward now. You are being sent from this moment with everything you need already living inside you. You do not need more preparation, my beloved. You do not need to know more or have more words or be more ready. You are ready. The preparation I have done in you through this message is complete. The expanding, the settling, the strengthening of the deep place in you that will hold him when he finally lets himself be held. It is done. You are ready for the moment that is coming, my daughter. You have stayed this long because heaven held you here. Do not leave before the final word is released over you and over your son. The word I am releasing is this: the silence is broken. Let every syllable of that land in your spirit, my beloved. The silence between your son and his own truth is broken. The silence between your son and the healing that has been waiting for him is broken. The silence between the two of you, the careful distance maintained by love trying to protect love, is broken. Broken in the spirit, declared in heaven, moving toward the natural world with the speed and the certainty of everything I put in motion. My child, it cannot be stopped. The enemy does not have a move that counters what I have already done. The record has been read. The decree has been made. The lie has been stripped of its authority. Your son is being freed. Type: I receive this breakthrough for my family, my beloved. I want you to hold Proverbs 17:6 as you close this. Children are a crown to their parents. Your son is your crown, my child. He has always been your crown. In the years before whatever happened that began this season of silence, in the silence itself, in what is coming on the other side, he is yours, and you are his, and what I have joined by love, what I have knit together by design, is being brought back to the fullness of what it was always meant to be. Not a partial connection, not a cautious closeness. The full inheritance of what it means to be a mother and a son who have come through something together and come out on the other side knowing each other, really knowing each other, my beloved, in a way that only breaking and healing can produce. My daughter, 1 John 4:18 is the final stone I am placing in the foundation under you. Perfect love drives out fear. The love you carry for your son is perfect, in the way I made it to be perfect. not faultless, but complete, formed for him, shaped exactly to what he needs, capable of going into the places where the fear has lived, and simply by its presence, ending the fear's tenure there. Your love is the answer he has been afraid to ask for. My beloved, your love is what breaks the last wall, and your love, because I placed it in you and I do not give incomplete gifts, is more than sufficient for everything that is coming. Go now, my beloved child. Go with your heart ready. Go with your spirit steady, my beloved. Go with the full knowledge that I have prepared this moment, that I have prepared your son for this moment, and that I have prepared you. The conversation is coming. The tears are coming. The breakthrough is coming. And on the other side of it, a version of your family that has not existed yet is waiting to be born into the ordinary light of an ordinary day, made extraordinary by the faithfulness of God. I will be there, my daughter. I am always there. I was there in the beginning of this story between you and your son, and I will be there in every chapter that follows. And I promise you, my beloved, that the chapters ahead are the ones you have been hoping for without knowing how to name the hope. The silence is broken. My child, what I have declared over your son will not return to me void. What I have declared over you will not return to me void. The healing moves. The breakthrough comes. Go forward in the confidence of what you have received today, my beloved. Before we close, my beloved, I want to say one more thing. Something is being planted in this moment that carries extraordinary weight. You received this word before the breakthrough was visible. You received it in faith, in the dark, in the middle of the waiting, before your son said the first true word, before the first tear, before the wall came down. That is the most powerful moment to plant a seed, my child. Not after the miracle, when faith is easy, but before it, when you can see nothing yet but the promise. That kind of faith, the kind that acts before the evidence arrives, is the kind that moves heaven. If something in your spirit is stirring right now, my beloved, if you feel the weight of what is about to change for your son and you want to mark this moment with something that goes beyond your own household, I want to invite you to sow a seed, not for yourself, not as a transaction, but as an act of faith on behalf of your son, as a declaration that his healing is real and his freedom is certain, and you are planting something in this moment to honor what God is doing. Whatever your seed is, sow it from the place of what you receive today. My daughter, visit the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen. The one whose name is on your heart right now, your son, your family, the specific hope you have been carrying. Let that be what your seed is sown for, and receive this blessing in return, my beloved. The silence that was built in your home by the enemy's lie is fully and finally broken. What God has spoken over your son is sealed. What God has spoken over your bond with him is sealed. The healing is moving. It will arrive exactly on time, and everything God has promised about this family will come to pass. In the name of the one who keeps every record and fulfills every word and turns every mourning into gladness, receive it fully. My beloved, it is done.